Hi guys. Settle in. Let your room grow quiet. Let each breath fall into a steady rhythm. The day has already done enough, and now your mind deserves a gentler space. Tonight, we take an unhurried walk into the quiet corners of 18th century Europe. It was a time when life moved at a slower pace, when mornings stretched softly into the afternoon, and people carried their burdens with patience rather than noise. Imagine cobblestone streets warmed by the morning sun, the distant sound of a church bell, and the simple, unhurried rhythm of daily life. Let go of today's worries and step back in time with me. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the story begin. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Our focus is simple. We are going to look at the lives of men who had no work. Not the dramatic stories you see in books, but the everyday moments they lived through. Small routines that shaped their days. Familiar habits that helped them pass the hours. Silent hopes they held on to as the seasons shifted around them. Nothing here rushes forward. Everything unfolds with the same calm weight that settles over you now. So let your shoulders loosen. Let the night wrap around you without hurry. Picture yourself walking through a village just as the first light touches the rooftops. The air is cool. Smoke rises slowly from chimneys. Someone opens a wooden door with a soft creak. The stone streets are still empty, and the world feels gentle in a way that is rare today. This is where our story begins. A place where time takes its time. A place where even uncertainty had its own quiet rhythm. Let your mind wander there lightly as you drift toward rest. Imagine you are waking up in a small European town. The year sits somewhere in the middle of the 18th century. Though nobody here would bother marking the exact date. The air outside is still and cool. Dew covers the rooftops in a thin shimmer, and a faint mist hangs between the houses. These homes are simple, built from stone and timber, worn by years of quiet use. Smoke rises from chimneys in slow, wavering lines, as if even the fire has not fully awakened yet. The town moves at its own gentle pace. People do not rush. They ease into the day the way you ease into a soft stretch after sleep. Morning sounds are faint and familiar. A pair of footsteps on the road. A cartwheel knocking over uneven stones. A rooster calling from somewhere behind a barn. Nothing demands your attention. Nothing pulls you forward. Now imagine you are a man without work. No tasks wait for you. No master or employer expects you at a certain hour. There is no schedule pulling you out of bed. Instead, the morning leaves you with small choices. Simple ones. You rise slowly. You sit near a small window, watching the light move across the street. It's a quiet moment, and it belongs entirely to you. Some men in your position begin their day with a slow walk to the town well. Not because they need water. They go for a bit of company. For a few calm greetings that remind them they still belong to the rhythm of the place. A nod from an older neighbor. A brief exchange about the weather. Nothing more than that. Just little threads of connection that make the morning feel less empty. As the sun climbs a little higher, the town stretches open. Bakers slide warm loaves from their ovens, and the smell drifts across the streets. A quiet comfort shared by everyone. You breathe it in, walking at an easy pace. Letting the town wake around you while your thoughts move as slowly as your steps. The jobless men of this era often walked these lanes with slow steps, not searching for work they knew wouldn't appear, but because the movement gave them a rhythm. Walking kept the mind steady. It softened the hours. You can see one of them now, pausing at a fountain. The water glints under the rising sun. Children run around it with pure energy. He watches them with a quiet softness. The moment is small, but it gives him something warm to carry with him. His steps are unforced, with a calm acceptance that the day will carry him forward, one quiet moment at a time. Unemployment in 18th century Europe did not carry the sharp edge it often does today. People lived closer to the rhythms of the land, and work rose and fell with the seasons. A long winter could stop everything. A poor harvest could reduce a whole village to simple survival. Wars shifted borders and scattered families, so when a man found himself without work, he did not sink into the kind of fear the modern world knows. He simply adjusted, the way people had always adjusted. Life moved in cycles, and and he moved with it. One of the quiet customs of the time was something folks called the daily round. It was an unspoken path, a gentle habit that jobless men followed from place to place, not in desperation and not with pressure. Just a slow check for small tasks that might appear like little pockets of kindness scattered across the day. Picture the man now as he steps into a carpenter's workshop. He does not barge in or make demands. He lingers near the doorway, leaning lightly against a frame, letting the scent of sawdust settle around him. He offers a simple greeting, a nod, a soft wish for a peaceful morning. If the carpenter is in good spirits, he might glance up and return the nod. Maybe today the carpenter has a pile of scrap wood that needs sorting. Maybe a set of tools waiting to be cleaned. These small chores are never formal jobs. They are acts of shared humanity, quiet exchanges between people who live side by side. The carpenter gestures toward the bench, and the man steps forward with calm, steady movements. Imagine him wiping down the workbench. The cloth drags softly across the surface. The smell of freshly cut wood fills the space, warm and comforting. He picks up a worn piece of sandpaper and begins smoothing the edge of a board. The sound it makes is gentle and repetitive, like a slow breath. Nothing fast, nothing sharp, just a soft rhythm that settles the mind. These moments stretch out like long, easy strokes of time. The carpenter works nearby, hammering lightly or adjusting a frame. The jobless man moves in quiet sync with the workshop around him. There is something grounding in the simplicity of it, something steady, something very human. When the small task is done, there may be a reward. Sometimes a thin slice of bread still warm from the morning oven. Sometimes a copper coin slipped into his palm. Sometimes only a kind word. Whatever he receives, he accepts it with a calm nod and steps back into the sunlight with a small lift in his chest. He has done something with his hands. He has shared a little moment of purpose. Outside, the day has grown warmer. Light spreads across the roofs and spills into the streets. People begin to move with more energy as the morning shifts into midday. The air hums with life, and you, lying in your quiet room, can let that warmth settle over you like a soft blanket. Let it travel through your shoulders, down into your arms, spreading a gentle heaviness that pulls you deeper into rest. The man continues his quiet daily round in that distant town, and you drift beside him, unhurried, letting the gentle rhythm carry you a little further into calm. By midday, many jobless men would drift toward the quiet gathering spots of the town. These were not lively taverns or crowded inns. They were simple places, shaped by routine and comfort rather than excitement. Maybe a tall tree stood in the middle of the square, its branches spreading a wide patch of shade across the stones. Maybe an old wooden bench rested just outside the church door, worn smooth by years of use. Or maybe there was a shaded corner near the edge of the market, where the breeze always seemed a little cooler. These places became small refuges for the men who had nowhere urgent to be. There was nothing dramatic about these gatherings, no loud debates, no arguments, no contests of pride. Instead, the men slipped into a slow quiet together. They talked softly about the simplest things, whether the wind would pick up later, whether the nearby fields looked healthy this season, whether a traveler passing through carried interesting stories from a distant road. Every bit of talk came gently, without any pressure to impress or perform. Some men carried a small knife and a bit of wood, and they whittled without thinking, letting thin curls fall at their feet. Others traced simple game boards into the dirt, moving pebbles or scraps of bone back and forth in slow, easy patterns. A few simply leaned back, folded their arms, and watched the clouds drift across the sky. The whole scene moved like a lazy current, steady and unbroken. The custom held a quiet understanding. No one asked what a man achieved that day. No one judged who had a job and who did not. This corner of town was a shared pause, a place where time stretched long and gentle, and where a person could breathe without the weight of expectations. Now imagine yourself sitting among them. Feel the shade settling cool against your skin. Hear a soft breeze brushing through the leaves. A distant bell rings from the church tower. its sound floating through the air in a slow, even tone. Somewhere nearby, merchants call to one another in calm, measured voices, yet their words blur into the kind of background sound you don't need to follow. Let the low murmur of conversation drift around you, like a whisper that belongs to another world. You don't need to answer or join in. You're simply there, resting in the calm rhythm these men knew so well. As the sun begins to tilt and the shadows stretch across the ground, let that same gentleness move through your breath. Let it lengthen your exhale, soften your chest, and draw you deeper into stillness. The day moves slowly around you, and you move with it, without hurry, without effort, simply carried by the soft flow of time. A man without work might take part in a small custom observed in many towns during this time. It was called visiting doorways. It was not a rush of business, nor a demand for attention. It was a slow, measured ritual, a way to quietly remain part of the world around him. He walked down familiar streets with easy steps. Each doorway he approached belonged to someone he knew, perhaps a neighbor, perhaps a distant relative, perhaps a tradesman who had lent him a hand before. He paused at each threshold, not to beg, not to complain, but simply to show presence. In a world without formal job centers, without notices pinned to walls or newspapers announcing openings, this gentle wandering was how people signaled that they were available for small tasks. It was as much a social dance as it was a practical one. Picture him stepping slowly from house to house. He nods politely to the people inside, waiting patiently for a response. If a small chore is needed, someone calls him in. Perhaps a courtyard needs sweeping. Perhaps a bucket of water must be carried from the well. Perhaps a small stack of firewood needs binding. These are tiny, unhurried tasks, nothing demanding, nothing that could exhaust the body or the spirit. Sometimes, when the work is done, a small reward is offered not with obligation, but with quiet kindness. A warm drink, perhaps, to soothe tired hands. A few copper coins, enough for bread or a bit of fruit. A simple word of thanks. Each exchange is calm, deliberate, part of the town's gentle rhythm. It is a quiet interaction that reminds everyone, that even without formal employment, one has a place here. The man moves on slowly, stepping from doorway to doorway, tracing the contours of the town as if learning its heartbeat. There is no rush, no expectation, just a soft repetition of presence, of small kindnesses, of quiet attention. Each step, each nod, each tiny task becomes a meditation in motion. As you listen, let your thoughts drift with him. Let your mind trace the slow walk down the sunlit street. Let your breathing match his unhurried steps. The rhythm of doorways and greetings, of small chores and gentle rewards, carries you deeper into calm. Each pause, each soft sound, each tiny act of care guides you toward rest. Allow that slow, measured pace to settle over your own body, easing your mind and letting sleep find its way gently to you. The marketplace, for example, was not just a place of buying and selling. It was a living, breathing space full of patterns and moods. A man could see when a farmer's shoulders slumped with fatigue, when his baskets were heavy and he needed a gentle hand to lift them. He could notice the cobbler wiping sweat from his brow, tools clattering as he tried to keep up with too many orders at once. Small signs, barely perceptible, guided the jobless man to moments where he could be quietly useful, where his presence could meet a subtle need. Imagine him standing at the edge of a sun-warmed market square. His posture is loose, his shoulders relaxed, his eyes sweep gently across the crowd, noticing the rise and fall of heads, the careful step of a horse-drawn cart, the soft clatter of coins. Let that same patience settle over you now. Imagine your body as relaxed as his, your mind soft and attentive, noticing nothing but the calm rhythm of this distant town. Each moment passes gently, unhurried, and you move with it, carried by the soft pace of life. Each breath matches the slow unfolding of the market around him. Each exhale, letting your own tension drift away. The story continues at a measured, soothing pace, guiding you further into calm and into the quiet space within yourself where peace can grow. As the sun begins its slow descent, the town transforms once again. Long shadows stretch across the streets, softening the edges of buildings and casting gentle patterns on the cobblestones. The air cools, carrying a hint of evening freshness and the faint scent of baked bread and wood smoke. People begin returning from the fields and workshops, their steps slower now, their voices lower, as if the world itself is exhaling after the day's work. A man without work wanders through the streets, moving at his own unhurried pace. The glow of sunset bathes the town in soft orange light, touching rooftops, doorways, and walls with warmth. There is a calmness in the air that seems to encourage him to pause, to rest, to simply be. Evenings in these towns often held the quietest moments of the day. Many men without work found small corners where they could gather, not just to share warmth from the cooling air, but to share gentle companionship. Perhaps it is a low stone wall near a bakery, still radiating heat from the ovens within. Perhaps it is a bench facing west, where the lingering light makes everything appear softly golden. Or maybe it is a quiet alley, where the smell of cooking drifts from homes, inviting a sense of comfort and connection. Picture the man sitting in one of these warm corners. His hands rest loosely in his lap. His posture is calm. His mind is at ease. Around him, life continues gently. Children run past, their laughter soft and fleeting. Lamps flicker to life, casting gentle halos of light. Smoke curls lazily from chimneys, rising into the cool evening air. Everything moves at a steady, unhurried pace. Nothing is urgent. Nothing demands attention. As the evening deepens in that distant town, allow your own night to deepen around you. Let the soft calm of the setting sun, the quiet rhythm of streets, the gentle presence of others, ease the weight of your day from your shoulders. Let your body sink into comfort, letting every breath move slower, every thought grow quieter. The warmth of these small corners, the calmness of the evening, can now fill your mind, guiding you toward rest and gentle sleep. When darkness gently fell over the town, the streets quieted, and a soft hush settled over rooftops and alleyways. People gathered in small groups, often in corners lit only by a flickering lamp or the faint glow of a dying fire. These gatherings were not about grandeur or spectacle. They were about quiet companionship and gentle storytelling. The tales told were not of distant heroes, wars, or battles, but of small, human moments. Perhaps it was a harvest that had been especially good one year, filling bellies and hearts alike. Perhaps it was a neighbor who had left a loaf of bread for a weary traveler, an act remembered for years. These stories were soft threads connecting the community, quiet reminders of kindness, patience, and simple human connection. Jobless men often joined these circles, moving slowly to find a place to sit or stand. Some settled under a wide tree, its branches casting faint shadows in the lamplight. Some leaned against the cool stone of a wall, feeling the weight of the evening settle around them. Others lingered near a fire that burned low, its warmth barely touching the edges of the night, but enough to draw people together. In these moments, they listened more than they spoke. They allowed themselves to be carried along by the soft rhythm of voices, by the gentle ebb and flow of conversation. They did not need to add anything. Simply being there, witnessing the quiet exchange, was enough. Picture the man now, standing or sitting, listening attentively to an older neighbor's voice. Each word rises and falls slowly, like a calm river. The fire crackles occasionally, sending soft sparks into the darkened air. The night carries the scent of earth cooling after a long day, a mixture of soil, damp leaves, and distant smoke. Nothing is abrupt, nothing intrudes harshly. It is all a soft, continuous thread of shared life, shared memory, shared humanity. Let that gentle murmur drift into your own mind. Imagine the slow cadence of voices, the quiet crackle of the fire, the scent of evening drifting in through a small window. Let it wrap around your thoughts, settling any that feel too bright, too alert, or too restless. Feel the calm of this circle of soft storytelling sink into you. Let it guide your mind toward rest, toward stillness, toward a gentle, uninterrupted sleep. As the evening deepens, the man begins his slow walk home. The streets have grown quiet, and the world seems wrapped in a soft, gentle shadow. Lamps along the roads glow with a muted, golden light, spilling pools of warmth onto cobblestones. Doors are closed, holding the lives of families and neighbors within. Windows show small squares of candlelight, flickering softly, like tiny stars, mirroring the night sky above. The town itself has settled, moving into its own rhythm of rest, its heartbeat slow and even. His steps are unhurried, each one deliberate, as if the ground itself encourages him to move gently. His mind is calm, free from the anxious rush that often presses upon modern life. He carries no burden of unmet deadlines or frantic tasks. Instead, he accepts each day as it comes, knowing that some days bring small work, perhaps a brief task that requires his hands, while other days offer only stillness. And even in stillness, there is a place, a rhythm, a meaning soft, subtle, and enduring. Imagine him finally reaching his small room, the wooden door creaking softly as he opens it. He steps inside, allowing the quiet of the night to follow him in. The straw mattress awaits, humble but comforting. He sits, exhales, and feels the calm seep into his body. The night outside is silent, holding the town in gentle darkness. Inside, he feels the warmth of safety, the quiet embrace of his small space, and the relief of having completed another slow, measured day. Let your own body feel that same calm now. Picture the warmth of a blanket drawn around your shoulders, the gentle stillness of a world slowing into rest. Allow your thoughts to settle like soft candlelight, flickering and fading into quiet. Breathe deeply, slowly, letting each exhale release the tensions of the day, just as he finds comfort in his humble room. Let the calm of this evening wrap you, hold you, and guide you gently toward peaceful sleep. Life in 18th century Europe moved gently with the seasons, each one shaping the rhythm of daily life. Work rose and faded depending on the time of year, and a man without steady employment felt these changes more keenly than most. Summer stretched long and bright, with mornings that smelled of warm earth and afternoons filled with sunlight spilling across the fields. There was more movement in the world. Farmers tended their crops carefully, markets buzzed softly, with merchants trading their goods, and travelers passed through the town, carrying news, stories, and the scent of faraway places. Even the air itself seemed alive, carrying warmth and subtle sounds of activity. But as the year turned, the pace shifted. Winter wrapped the town in a quiet, still calm. Snow covered rooftops and blanketed the streets. Roads froze beneath heavy boots, and carts moved slowly, their wheels crunching in the cold. Smoke rose from chimneys in thicker streams, curling upward like a gentle sigh into the gray sky. The world hushed, and every sound, footsteps, the crackle of fire, distant voices, felt softer, more deliberate. Even without steady work, a man could still find a gentle rhythm within the town, a quiet sense of purpose that tied him to the life around him. There were ways to belong without a title, without a fixed trade. Some men watched the town gate at night, not as guards or officials, but simply to ensure that someone was present, that the world kept moving steadily, softly, through the dark hours. Others arrived early in the morning to sweep the church steps, to clear the way for those who came to pray or gather. These were small acts, unremarkable in the eyes of the world, yet they carried meaning, proof that he was a thread in the larger fabric of the community, quietly holding a place in the life of the town. Imagine him waking at dawn. The sky above is a pale, delicate blue, and a thin mist lingers low over the streets, softening shapes and muffling sound. He rises slowly, stretching gently, feeling the cool touch of the morning air on his skin. He steps outside, his feet making no hurry, each step deliberate and calm. He carries a small broom, simple and humble, tied together with bundles of twigs. As he approaches the church, the mist swirls around him, catching the first rays of light in faint glimmers. He begins to sweep. The fallen leaves respond with soft rustles under the broom, the bristles scraping gently against the stone steps. The sound is quiet, almost musical in its simplicity, a slow rhythm that matches the calm beating of his heart. There is no rush, no one calls for him, no clock drives him forward. He works in the steady, unhurried pace that the town itself seems to hold. As he sweeps, neighbors pass by. They nod in greeting, their smiles gentle, their words few but warm. Perhaps someone pauses to say good morning, or offers a small word of thanks. A tip of the hat, a soft acknowledgement, a brief moment of human connection. These are not grand gestures, yet they mean everything. Each small acknowledgement reminds him that he is seen, that he belongs, that his presence matters. More than coins, more than a job title, these soft moments stitch him into the daily life of the town. Imagine standing there with him, feeling the cool morning air brushing your face, smelling the faint earthy scent of leaves and damp stone. Hear the soft scrape of the broom against the steps, the gentle murmur of passing voices, the quiet awakening of the town. Let yourself feel that same sense of belonging. Let the rhythm of the simple task, the soft clarity of early morning, wrap around you like a warm blanket. Allow your body to ease, your mind to rest, and your thoughts to drift slowly, gently, like leaves floating down a calm stream. Jobless men in this era often discovered that small rituals could bring a quiet structure to their days. Gentle ways of feeling rooted even when the world offered no schedule or command. These rituals were never elaborate. They were simple, almost meditative habits, repeated slowly and with intention. Washing their faces at the public fountain each morning, combing their hair with deliberate strokes, feeling each strand settle, polishing their shoes carefully, using whatever scrap of cloth they had, watching the leather gleam in soft light. Imagine him crouching beside the fountain. The water flows in a gentle, steady stream, its quiet movement a soft background hum to the waking town. He dips his hands into the cool water and brings it to his face, letting each drop fall slowly, washing away the weariness of yesterday. The sensation is refreshing. It sharpens the mind while calming it. Each drop reminds him he is alive, steady, part of the life unfolding around him. He takes up his comb, running it through his hair with slow, even strokes. There is no rush, no judgment, only the satisfaction of care and attention. Then, with a scrap of cloth, he wipes the dust from his shoes. He watches the leather brighten, feeling a quiet pride in this small, careful work. Nothing grand, nothing noisy, just the simplicity of tending to oneself. These rituals do more than clean or groom. They are grounding. They are moments of quiet reflection. Each movement carries a rhythm that soothes the mind, like a soft lullaby in the morning light. He returns to the day feeling centered, balanced, ready to face whatever comes with gentle patience. Let yourself imagine these small acts now. Slow, deliberate movements. The cool splash of water on your hands and face. The careful attention to a simple object, polished and made bright. Feel the quiet calm settle into your body. softening tension, slowing your thoughts. Allow this gentle pause to become your own. A peaceful moment that carries you softly into the rest of the day, or into the slow drift toward sleep. Many jobless men in 18th century towns developed a keen sensitivity to the world around them. With no pressing work to occupy their hands, they became attentive listeners, quietly attuned to the rhythms and sounds of daily life. Each noise carried a meaning, a small signal about what was happening in their town. The creak of a cart rolling over cobblestones might mean a merchant was returning from a distant village, carrying goods to sell or trade. The deep toll of the church bell marked the time for evening prayers, its sound echoing slowly over rooftops and through narrow streets. The laughter of children spilling out of schoolrooms told him the day's lessons were done, and the younger ones were free to play. Picture him now, leaning casually against a cool stone wall. His arms hang loosely at his sides, shoulders relaxed. His breathing is even, steady, in harmony with the town's gentle movements. He listens not with impatience or expectation, but with calm attentiveness, as if the town itself is a piece of music unfolding slowly and quietly. He can sense a storm approaching, the wind shifting just slightly before the clouds darken. He can hear the soft rhythm of the baker kneading dough, the familiar scrape of wooden boards. He notices when the marketplace begins to quiet down. Merchants packing up their stalls, footsteps slowing, voices dimming. There is no rush in this listening, no need to act immediately. Instead, each sound becomes part of a slow meditation, a rhythm to follow with the mind and heart. Let yourself step into this same stillness. Imagine sitting quietly in your own space, eyes closed or half closed, breathing slowly, ears open to the gentle hums and distant movements that fill your environment. Notice the soft, almost imperceptible sounds, the faint creak of a door, the whisper of wind against a window pane, the rustle of leaves outside. Let these quiet noises blend into the background, anchoring you to this moment. Feel your thoughts slowing as you listen. Each small shift in the town's rhythm carries a sense of calm. In those quiet towns of 18th century Europe, life was held together by simple acts of care. People depended on each other in ways that went beyond coin or contract. Kindness flowed in small, almost invisible gestures. A neighbor might place a loaf of bread near a doorstep, a silent message, "You are seen, you are remembered." A friend might share their last spoonful of stew. These were not grand acts, but small threads woven through daily life, connecting people gently. Imagine discovering that small parcel, feeling the warmth of the thought behind it, a quiet acknowledgement of someone's care. Later, when he encounters an opportunity to return the favor, he might help mend a fence for a neighbor, steadying the wooden boards with patient hands. Or he might carry a bundle of firewood from one doorstep to another. Each piece a quiet contribution to the warmth and comfort of those around him. Nothing is rushed, nothing forced. Each act of kindness flows into the next, a soft, unbroken circle that holds the community together. As you imagine these moments, let yourself feel the calm that comes from simple care. Let the gentle rhythm of giving and receiving, silent and steady, spread warmth through your thoughts. Picture the quiet streets, the slow movements of people helping one another, and let that same warmth settle around you. Let it sink into your chest, relax your shoulders, and ease your mind. In these small acts, life feels steady and secure, like a soft blanket drawn over the edges of your awareness, carrying you deeper into calm reflection and restful thought. As the evening deepens, the man moves through his simple room with quiet, deliberate motions. Each movement is unhurried, each gesture small but purposeful. He bends to remove his worn shoes, setting them neatly by the side of the bed. The straw mattress, humble and thin, waits patiently for him, offering a soft place to rest his body. He folds his clothes carefully, smoothing the fabric, letting each fold be a gentle act of order in a day that has been largely unstructured. He sits on the edge of his bed for a moment, letting the stillness wrap around him like a familiar shawl. Outside, the town begins to settle. The distant bark of a dog echoes faintly, a single note in the otherwise quiet night. A door closes somewhere nearby, its sound muted by the soft earth. A cart creaks slowly as it moves toward a stable, the wheels rolling over cobblestones with measured patience. The ordinary sounds of the village, gentle and sparse, blend into a calming lullaby. A rhythm the man has known all his life. Slowly, even these sounds begin to fade, leaving only a serene hush. He lies down on the straw mattress, the thin blanket drawn over him like a protective, gentle envelope. The air is cool but not sharp, flowing softly over his skin, inviting his body to relax. He feels the weight of the day settle into the bed beneath him. His eyes grow heavy as he listens to the quiet that surrounds him. Each breath is slow, deliberate, and steady, matching the calm pulse of the sleeping town. Let yourself imagine this with him. Feel the cool, gentle air. Sense the weight of your body sinking into comfort. Supported, secure. Let your thoughts drift like the fading sounds outside, unhurried and soft. Let the quiet of the night, the stillness of the streets, the calm routine of a simple room, wash over you completely. Allow your own breathing to slow in time with this scene. Each exhale releases tension. Each inhale draws in the calm, until your body and mind are ready to rest fully. The day has ended, and the quiet night holds you gently, guiding you toward deep, peaceful sleep. The day he lived was simple, unmarked by grand events or dramatic turns. There were no victories that would be sung of, no losses that would echo loudly through the town. Instead, his life unfolded quietly, steadily, in small, deliberate gestures that carried meaning in their gentleness. Each moment, each task, each slow step through streets and fields wove together a tapestry of ordinary, yet deeply human experience. There was a rhythm to it, a calm repetition that shaped his days, giving them a sense of purpose, without hurry, without urgency. As you picture him settling at the close of this quiet day, imagine your own thoughts beginning to drift, softening with the twilight. Feel the weight of your own daily concerns easing away, leaving your shoulders loose, your body relaxed. Let the night wrap itself gently around you, like a warm cloak drawn snugly over your senses, holding you safely in its quiet embrace. Though his world lies far behind us, across centuries, there is something in the softness of his routine that reaches through time. It offers a gentle invitation to rest, to breathe deeply, to release the tightness that might linger in your mind and body. Let yourself be drawn into that same calm, the same slow rhythm that carried him through his day. And as your mind grows still, let each inhalation fill you with serenity, and each exhalation release what you no longer need. Let the gentle unfolding of this story guide your thoughts into silence. Let it wrap around you, a quiet current carrying you further into rest, deeper into calm, toward the peace of a sleep that is steady, safe, and wholly restorative. Winter in 18th century Europe was a season that moved with its own gentle rhythm. The world slowed. Roads became icy paths that tested even the most careful steps. People lingered indoors, drawn close to the warmth of fires, sharing simple meals and quiet conversation. For a man without steady work, these months were a lesson in patience and observation. He learned to move with the cold, not against it. He relied on the shared warmth of neighbors, on blankets lent with quiet understanding, on the companionship that came without expectation or judgment. Picture him stepping out on a winter evening. The rooftops are coated in a soft layer of snow, sparkling faintly under the dim light of lanterns. The air is crisp and still, and each breath rises in a small cloud, like a whisper into the quiet night. He walks slowly, feeling the satisfying crunch of snow beneath his feet. Each step is deliberate, careful, and calming, connecting him to the rhythm of the frozen world around him. Around him, houses glow with warm light. Inside, families gather close to the hearth, letting the heat chase away the chill. Pots of stew simmer slowly, filling the air with soft, inviting aromas. Children whisper stories to one another, their laughter muted but comforting. These ordinary domestic moments spill gently into the streets, a subtle glow that touches the man as he moves past. Despite his solitude, he does not feel alone. The town seems to cradle him, surrounding him with a quiet community that is felt more than seen. Sometimes, a neighbor opens a door with a quiet invitation. He steps inside, settling near the hearth, The warmth seeps into his hands and feet, into his chest and his thoughts. Here, he is not measured by work, by success, or by skill. He is accepted simply for being. He sits, breathes, and allows the calm of the fire and the gentle presence of others to fill him. Let yourself imagine that same warmth spreading through your own chest. Picture the soft glow of the hearth reflecting in your mind, wrapping you in comfort. Let the slow, patient rhythm of winter, the quiet acceptance of the town, and the gentle companionship of these simple moments settle deep into your thoughts. Allow yourself to breathe in this serenity, letting it rest within you as the world outside softens and grows still. Without steady employment, many men of the 18th century found themselves learning small trades in quiet, unhurried ways. These were not formal apprenticeships or courses that required years of study. Instead, they were skills gathered through observation, through patient attention to the subtle movements and methods of others. Each skill was a small window into a world of steady purpose. Picture the man sitting near a carpenter's workshop. He does not intrude, does not ask for instruction. He simply watches. He notices how the carpenter holds his tools, how the plane glides across the wood with precise pressure. The saw moves slowly but deliberately. Over time, the man learns to sand a plank until it is smooth, to tie bundles of reeds in careful, even knots, to mend a simple basket so it can hold its shape and function. Each movement is deliberate, rhythmic, almost meditative. Now imagine him moving under the shade of a tree, a small basket in his lap. His fingers work steadily, weaving thin strips of wood with gentle care. The sunlight filters softly through leaves above, dappled patterns falling on the quiet street around him. The town hums faintly in the background, but it does not intrude. The birds call now and then. A distant cart rumbles past. Otherwise, there is only the slow, steady sound of hands at work. These small tasks do not bring wealth. They do not mark him as successful in the eyes of the world, but they do bring something equally valuable. They fill his hands, focus his mind, and calm his spirit. Each repetitive motion, each careful adjustment, becomes a meditation of its own. Time stretches gently as he works, and he feels the simple satisfaction of creating something useful, something whole. Let yourself picture this scene in your mind. Let the slow, deliberate motions sink into your own thoughts. Allow each imagined movement of hands, each gentle repetition, to ease your mind, to soften your breathing, and to draw you further into a calm, peaceful rhythm. Many towns in 18th century Europe were graced with small rivers that meandered quietly through their streets and fields. For men without steady work, these rivers became more than just water. They became companions in moments of reflection. The river moved at its own pace, gentle and unhurried, carrying with it the slow rhythm of life itself. Picture the man walking down a narrow, cobbled path that leads to the riverbank. The late afternoon sun casts a warm, golden glow across the water, making it shimmer softly. He finds a smooth stone near the edge and settles himself there, letting his legs dangle loosely, his hands resting gently on his knees. Beside him, the river murmurs, a soft, constant song that neither hurries nor waits. Birds skim low over the surface, their reflections trembling in the gentle current. Tall grasses along the bank sway slightly in the afternoon breeze, brushing the water as if to join in the quiet rhythm. He picks up a small pebble and drops it into the water. Watch as the ripples fan outward, concentric circles that expand, touch the banks, and fade slowly into calm. For a time, he does nothing but watch, letting his thoughts drift like leaves on the current. The river asks nothing of him. There are no deadlines, no demands. It is simply a place to sit, to breathe, to feel the slow pulse of the world. With each soft lap of water against the stones, with each ripple spreading and fading, he feels a sense of stillness settling inside him. Allow yourself to imagine this scene as clearly as he experiences it. Let the gentle movement of the water, the quiet rustle of grass, the distant call of birds, wash over your thoughts. Let the ripples remind you that even in a world of quiet labor and small, patient steps, life moves forward at its own gentle rhythm. Let this rhythm fill your mind, soften your breathing, and carry you toward a deep, peaceful calm. As the sun dips below the rooftops, painting the sky in shades of amber and rose, the deep tone of the church bell begins to resonate through the town. Its sound is steady, neither hurried nor sharp. It rolls across the cobbled streets, over the open fields, past the shutters of quiet homes, filling every corner with a soft, lingering vibration. Each peal stretches gently, echoing against stone walls, drifting into the alleys, and across the market square. The man pauses in his evening walk, allowing the bell's sound to reach him fully. He stands upright but relaxed, arms resting loosely at his sides, feeling the resonance settle in his chest and shoulders. There is no rush to move, no requirement to respond. The bell is simply a marker, a quiet signal that the day is drawing to a close. Around him, a few others also stopped. Their faces are calm, their eyes soft. They do not speak, they do not gesture. They simply share in the stillness that the bell brings. The fading tones seem to slow the world, stretching the final moments of daylight into a gentle, reflective pause. Picture the man leaning slightly against the cool stone of the square. Feel the slow exhale as the bell's last vibrations drift away, leaving a serene silence in their place. Let the warmth of this sound sink into you, like the last light of the day brushing against your skin. Each echo softens your thoughts. Each vibration untangles tension. Allow yourself to linger in this gentle moment, carried by the calm, low resonance. Let the slow fading of the bell guide your mind into a state of quiet rest, as if the world itself has paused, just for you, in the gentle embrace of evening. Picture the man strolling along a narrow, stone-paved street, side by side with his friend. The sky above is fading into dusk, streaked with soft shades of pink and purple. Their steps fall naturally into rhythm, slow and unhurried, matching the quiet pace of the evening. They do not need to fill the silence with conversation. Even small exchanges, comments about the cool wind or the scent of bread from a nearby oven are enough to connect them. Notice how their presence together feels easy, effortless. One might pause to adjust the weight of a small sack or point out a curious pattern of frost on a rooftop. The other nods, smiles softly, and continues. Each shared moment, no matter how simple, forms a bond deeper than words. It is a bond built from the gentle rhythm of everyday life, from trust and quiet attentiveness. Imagine the two of them walking past shuttered homes, their shadows stretching across the cobblestones. A dog barks in the distance, and a faint aroma of supper drifts from a nearby window. These small, ordinary things become part of the fabric of friendship, a shared backdrop that makes the world feel warmer and more connected. As you picture this companionship, let it touch your own mind. Feel the calm comfort of walking alongside someone who needs nothing of you but your presence. Let the quiet, steady support of friendship settle over your thoughts, easing tension and inviting gentle peace. Picture the man leaning lightly against a wooden post just beyond the busiest part of the square. The lanterns above cast a soft, golden glow, their flames swaying gently in the evening breeze. The air is rich with the scent of roasted nuts, sweet pastries, and a hint of smoke from a small fire pit where a cook tends a simmering pot. Children dash past him, laughing, their ribbons trailing like colorful streams in the warm light. He watches them with a quiet smile, noticing the way they stumble and catch themselves, how their voices rise and fall like a gentle melody. Dancers move in a slow circle, their feet brushing the cobblestones in rhythm with the low, steady beat of drums. It is not frantic or overwhelming, just a pulse that hums through the night, easy and calm. Even without joining, he feels the rhythm of the town seep into him, the warmth of the crowd, the murmur of conversation, the soft glow of lanterns. They become a gentle embrace. He may not speak to anyone, may not touch a hand or lift a ribbon, but he belongs in the shared, quiet joy of the festival. Imagine the soft lantern light spilling across your own thoughts, casting a golden calm over each corner of your mind. Let the steady beat of distant drums slow your breathing. Let the laughter, the movement, and the warmth of this night in a distant town carry you further into peaceful rest. Picture the man settling into the soft contours of his straw mattress. The candle has burned low, leaving a gentle flicker, that dances across the rough wooden walls. Outside, the quiet town breathes slowly. A dog stirs softly on the cobblestones, then curls back into stillness. A faint wind whispers through the narrow lanes, rustling leaves and carrying the faint scent of wood smoke. The church tower stands as a dark sentinel against the night sky, unmoving and calm. He stretches slightly, letting the day's small tasks slip from his shoulders. His hands rest lightly on the blanket, and the tension in his body eases, one muscle at a time. His eyes close, and the rhythm of his breath deepens. Inhale, exhale, steady. The world outside continues in gentle motion. But here, in this quiet room, everything slows. He drifts. Thoughts of bread, work, and wandering fade into a soft haze. Shapes blur, sounds soften, and the night enfolds him like a familiar, tender cloak. Each heartbeat becomes a lullaby, each breath a gentle nudge toward rest. As you imagine him sinking deeper into sleep, let your own body follow. Feel the calm weight of stillness pressing lightly across your shoulders. Let the quiet of the distant streets, the warmth of the straw beneath you, and the soft embrace of night guide your mind toward the same peaceful slumber. Picture him rising with the pale light of dawn spilling through a small window. The room is still. Dust motes drift lazily in the beams. He stretches, feeling the gentle pull of muscles waking after the night's rest. His feet meet the cool wooden floor, and he moves slowly, deliberately, without hurry. Stepping outside, the town greets him in muted tones. A soft breeze stirs the leaves. Smoke curls from chimneys in thin, curling lines. The rooster calls somewhere far off, a signal of morning yet not urgent. He nods to neighbors emerging from their homes, exchanges a quiet greeting, and lets their presence become part of the rhythm of his day. There is no tension, no demand to act faster or do more. The world unfolds at its own pace, and he moves within it like a calm observer. Each small step, each glance, each nod carries the awareness that life, even without structure or certainty, has its own gentle order. Let that same patience wash over you. Let your thoughts follow the steady flow of the morning. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Feel the quiet acceptance of this distant life seep into your mind, letting the softness of his world guide you toward ease and calm. As we leave that quiet town behind, let your imagination linger on the soft sweep of night across rooftops. Lamps flicker gently, casting warm circles of light that stretch lazily along the cobblestones. Fires burn low in hearths, sending thin curls of smoke into the cool air. The streets lie empty, undisturbed, and perfectly still. The man sleeps in his small room, the straw mattress beneath him settling with his slow, even breathing. Around him, the town holds its own quiet, a delicate hush that seems to cradle every building, every alley, every stone. The distant sound of a dog shifting, a door closing softly, only adds to the gentle rhythm of the night. They offer nothing but calmer, slow, steady rhythm that wraps around you, guiding you deeper into rest. Imagine the cool night air brushing softly against your skin, the warmth of imagined fires wrapping around your body. Let it all carry you into a deep, peaceful sleep. As steady and gentle as the lives of those quiet wanderers in their 18th century town, the night is ready to hold you. Good night.